Hello everybody, my name is Maddy, and we are here with a speed build, as you can see, but we are absolutely not going to be talking about that today, because your girl did something kind of fucking nuts. So, I'm recording this at 6 p.m. July 3rd. I was planning on recording it this morning, but life got pretty busy. I woke up to my younger brother being like, hey, will you take me swimming at your grandparents' cottage? And I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever, sure. But that's beside the point. That's not what matters at the moment. What matters is that your girl woke herself up at 2:30 in the morning so she could watch the Hamilton premiere. Thank you. Give me a round of applause. I'm so proud of myself. I am not... If I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I'm not the biggest Hamilton stan. I'm really not. When I woke up for it, I had a moment, like a very brief moment, where I was like, I could just not do this. I could just go back to sleep. But I didn't. I got up, I ate something. What did I have? I had Fruity Pebbles. I had a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. I got up, I had a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. I wasn't planning on staying awake, even though that's kind of what happened, and because you're gonna hear why. So I get up and I go in the living room, I watch the trailer, and then I sit and I watch YouTube videos on my phone until 3:01 hits, and then I turn my TV back on and I go to Disney Plus to see if it's released, and it's released. It says play, and I immediately start, I felt like I was vibrating. I was so excited. Like I said, I'm being 100% honest when I say that I am not the biggest Hamilton stan, but I still really like it, and I had wanted to go and see Hamilton really, really bad when I was a teenager, because I love seeing, sorry, we just ate dinner and now I have the burps. But I wanted to see Hamilton really, really bad when I was a teenager, but because I'm poor, that never happened. But it's still, I was so excited. And so I'm up, I'm waiting, it says play, I start to play it. And as I'm starting to watch it, first of all, I put quite a bit of my experience on Snapchat. I didn't spoil anything, but I put the opening and the roll credits moments on my Snapchat, which that's basically for my friends and family to see, which my friends and family were like, you're out of your fucking mind. And I'm like, no, you guys don't understand. I have loved Hamilton since I was 16. I've really, really loved this musical, made a genuine impact on my life. I made friends because of Hamilton. Long life, lifelong, friends that I still talk to this day because of Hamilton. But that's beside the point, again. So, I feel like so many people are going to be doing this, making videos where they talk about Hamilton. All I have to say, truly, is that watching it is such a entirely different experience than listening to the soundtrack. Two completely different things are going on. First of all, there's the moment when John Lawrence dies. That shouldn't be a spoiler. It's part of American history. But the moment where John Lawrence dies isn't in the soundtrack for the musical on Spotify, but it's in the musical performance. And then there are a lot of things that weren't there, but mainly what you saw was how things are more or less supposed to be delivered, if that makes any sense. My father just fucking called me. Now that I'm off the phone with my dad, I kind of wish I had recorded it. But that's whatever. I'm not too concerned. I was talking about Hamilton, but now I want to talk about my dad. Basically, we're having some issues with Okay, so the situation, I'm not gonna get into too much personal shit of mine, mainly because it's none of your fucking business. But I kind of want to talk about it because I feel like if I talk about it, I'll feel better. Basically, my mom passed away when I was 14, and I have a younger brother through my mom. And essentially, basically, my younger brother's dad got custody of him, and my dad technically got custody of me. And so, even though he technically already had it at the time, but that's neither here nor there. But so we never really had issues with that. Like, me and my stepfather never really got along, but I wasn't gonna be like, well, I don't want you to have custody of my brother, blah 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 blah. That didn't, that's not my place, So, everything was fine for a while, except for the fact that my stepdad didn't really seem like he was okay with me and my brother being around each other. If that makes any sense. Like, my brother would ask to come over here, and his dad would say no. And I was curious as to why. So one day, my brother walked to and from school every day. Like, it's a short enough amount of walk where, like, you could see his house from the school. And one day, I waited at the school for him, and I walked with him home, and when I got there, his dad was there, and I basically was like, hey, what's up? And turns out he wasn't against me hanging out with my brother. He didn't want my little brother around my father, which lit a fire under me, if I'm going to be honest. It made me irate. Like, I got so mad. So, basically, that happens, and I'm like, you know what? That's not all right. That's not how this works. We had a conversation, and we agreed on the system we have now, which is my brother comes over basically whenever he wants to. He's allowed to come over to my house to hang out with me and my dad and do the things that me and my dad do. And this summer, specifically, my brother has been over a lot because he wants to go swimming out at my dad's parents' cottage, which is on a lake. It's not really a cottage, it's a house, but we refer to it as a cottage. Like, it's a whole ass house that one of the grandchildren will inherit. Probably not me, because I don't want it, but there's a chance. I genuinely don't want it to be me, but shit happens. But, so that has been the situation so far, but, this was like maybe 2 weekends ago that this happened. Today is Friday. Yeah, so it was basically like 2 weeks ago exactly. My little brother, I was not home. I was at my sister's house babysitting. My brother asked me if we were going out to the lake over the weekend. And I said, well, I'm not going. I'm babysitting. But if you want to go, you can ask my dad and he'll probably bring you out. And he was like, sweet, awesome. They went out to the lake together. They went fishing and swimming and boating and had a general good time. Then it came out that he didn't tell his dad that he was going out there with just my dad. And now his dad is being a giant pain in the ass about this entire situation. And I'm trying not to get angry, but I already have a lot of pent-up anger about the situation in other ways, if that makes any sense. Like, how do I say this? My mom passed away when I was 14, but my brother was 9 when she died. 9 years old. And he knows next to nothing about my mother. unless I or someone else has told him. Like, he doesn't really have many memories of her. And the ones he does have are very, like, they're vague memories, you know? Like, I feel like everyone has, like, vague memories of their mom. But it's a thing of, it makes me really mad that he doesn't, that my brother's dad doesn't tell my brother about his mom ever. Like, they don't talk about her. Like, it's almost like a rule in their house not to talk about her. And that just, it's so upsetting to me. And it's not fair to me. And I have a feeling I'm going to have to talk to him later today, which is going to just be no fun. My dad is dropping my brother off later, but before they do that, they're picking me up, and the three of us are going to go out to dinner, and then he's going to drop my brother off. And, despite the fact that my dad doesn't want me to, I'm going to exchange his few fucking words with my ex-stepfather. The only reason he's my ex-stepfather is because my mother and him were technically married, but they annulled the wedding, which is fun. The wedding, the marriage. They annulled the marriage. Wedding, marriage. What's the fucking difference? Again? Is there a difference? Who is to say? I don't know anything about marriage. Mainly because I don't ever fucking plan on doing it. So go me. But yeah. We were talking about Hamilton and how much I fucking love it. I also realized, while watching it, I know every fucking word to Hamilton. It is a 2-hour and 40-minute musical of non-stop song, and I know all the words. I will say, though, it did kind of feel like the songs were not separated from each other. Like, you would have a very emotional song or scene happen, and then they'd go right back into, like, song and dance, I guess. They didn't let anything hang or linger, which maybe is a good thing. But I know what people are talking about now when they're like, hey, Hamilton is a musical. Like, it's not even isn't it technically not a musical, though? Because musicals normally have dialogue, don't they? I don't know. What are the technicalities between a musical and an opera? Is opera like the genre of music? Because then Hamilton wouldn't be an opera. I don't know. Those are good questions from me for no one to answer. That I also won't look up because I don't care that much. But yeah, I was like, like I said, I posted a lot of, I posted that I got up at 2:30 in the morning to watch Hamilton. And my family members were like, you're fucking nuts. And I was like, no, I just like Hamilton. Oh my god. It's weird because maybe only builders will know what I'm talking about. But do you ever look back at a build and remember what you were like watching or listening to during a specific part of the build? Because I remember that for this entire build, I was listening to a podcast named Wine and Crime, which is a pretty good podcast. When I first listened to it, I didn't like it all that much. I thought they very much tackled true crime in the sense of how people don't like it when you talk about true crime, which is they were vaguely disrespectful towards victims a lot of the times, but they got a lot better as the podcast went on, and I really like their podcast. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't think any true crime podcast will ever truly hold a candle to My Favorite Murder with Karen Kilgariff and Georgia Hardstark, which like is my favorite podcast of all time. I also really like And That's Why We Drink. That's a good podcast. I've been listening to The Dollop a lot lately. I've been I've been trying to binge a lot of different podcasts. Like, I've been trying to listen to a lot of them. So I have on a rotation Wine and Crime, The Dollop, and That's Why We Drink. On, like, a rotation of, like, every 10 episodes, it changes to the next one. It's been really nice. But it's a thing of, lately I have not been listening to podcasts. I've been watching YouTube videos a lot more lately, which is a little odd, but I think it's because I've been finding different content. I was already pretty into commentary channels, but lately I have just gotten super into commentary channels. Like, I've been really liking commentary channels lately, especially because they're longer formatted videos that are based off of, like, research, and they're oftentimes very relaxing, and it's just, I don't know, commentary videos are nice, I guess. Like, I've mentioned before, I do like tea videos, or like tea channels, but I know that it's not really a place to get, like, information or what's the word I'm looking for? Form an opinion through, if that makes any sense. Like, you shouldn't go into a tea channel and be like, yes, this is how I'm going to get my information and get an opinion type of thing. Like, no, those are kind of just they're very much gossip. I'm not saying that they're not credible or that they're bad, because, like I said, I like them, but I don't want to form my opinions based off of other people's biases. Because, like I said, I don't have, like, social media of my own. So if I'm trying to, like, find information on someone or something or a situation, like the current Jeffree Star Shane Dawson situation that's going down as of recording this, July 3rd, then, you know, you would know some shit's going down. But I don't have a Twitter account or anything. I have no means of looking in on it other than through drama channels, which is basically the only way I'm getting, like, updates, more or less. But yeah, and I've been trying to and I've mentioned this before, I've been trying to find more YouTube channels to watch, because I don't know, I've been watching the same, like, 30 YouTube channels for, like, probably, like, 2.5 years now, without like, actively finding new ones, like, or even rejecting new ones type of thing. And then I found Plumbella, who is just peak simming content. Plumbella is, like, peak simming content. I used to be this is gonna sound so fucked up. Before I did this, I was anti Sims YouTube, which is the weirdest thing in the world, because of the culture surrounding The Sims and YouTube. Like, this weird idea that you have to be family friendly on your Sims YouTube channel, despite the fact that children should not be playing the fucking Sims. It's a teenager's game, but whatever. Like, I'll admit, I played The Sims as a child, and I'll also admit that I shouldn't have. And playing The Sims as a child probably did fuck up my development a little bit, which, I know a lot about child development. But whatever. The Sims is not a game that children should be exposed to or be aware of, but that's neither here nor there. But I didn't like the culture of, like, people would be so genuinely mad at a simmer for saying, not even, like, a swear word, but, like a simmer would say crap, and their entire comment section would be absolutely fucking destroying them over it. Like, I was like, I don't like that. I don't like it. It's nasty. I don't. And there was a simmer that I liked for a really long time who did something really gross that no one talked about. And I was like, okay, so we're just not going to address the fact that this person did a really shitty thing. Like, it's just never going to get talked about? Alright, cool. And that's kind of when I started to dislike the Sims community. But very recently, I have found the very good, beautiful side of the Sims community that I absolutely adore. That isn't gross. So, and I mainly found it through Plumbella, who is, like I said, peak simming content. I love her so much. I love her content so much. Beautiful, lovely, amazing. God, adore it. Clearing my throat. But yeah, is this? Oh, we got 3 minutes still. I can talk about so much more. I can talk for hours. I've had quite the day today. Got up, watched Hamilton, which ended at 5 a.m. So I was like, you know what? I can just stay up, and I already gotten quite a bit of sleep. My laptop is playing a video, and I can hear it, but I really hope you can't hear it. I did not realize that I left my laptop running. Jesus Christ. But anyway, yeah, that's what I was going to say about Hamilton. Hamilton is a 2-hour and 40-minute long musical, which 3 a.m. me did not realize, because next thing I knew, my dad was waking up. Because I planned on watching Hamilton and going back to bed. But then he woke up for the day and was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like sobbing and watching Hamilton. It had like literally just ended when he woke up. But so I wasn't like in a state, but I was in a state. I was like, I watched all of Hamilton. And he was like, on Disney Plus? And I went, yeah. And he goes, oh, okay. I was like, you're not gonna question that I'm awake right now? Like, you're just not gonna? I don't think he realized that it's a fucking 2-hour and 40-minute long musical. But that's not the point now, is it? Oh my gosh. I have been going like crazy on YouTube lately. And I'm proud of myself for it. I hate the fact that I'm yawning. But I am. I'm genuinely proud of how I've been doing on my channel. I like it. I'm happy with it. I've been putting I've been putting a lot of work into it, I feel like, and just having general good times. Yeah. I'm gonna hope that was a firework that just went off, but I don't know for sure. Hopefully my dog doesn't get freaked out. Oh, tomorrow's the 4th, and I'm not gonna be here, and there's gonna be fireworks going off all day, and he's not gonna be okay with that. But what can I do about it? I have to go to the cottage. It's gonna be a nightmare. Oh, yeah. Maybe I should mention this. It is a private lake, and there is next to no one else out there, the lake that I'm going to, so I felt comfortable going out there with the whole, like, social distancing thing. It'll just be me and my family, basically. Like, no one is gonna be out there. We're not gonna be, like, interacting with, like, strangers or anything. But, yeah, that... Some people might be concerned about that. I don't know. I didn't think about it because, you know, I guess you don't. That makes sense. I'm just doing the finishing touches on the house, which are, you know, just some random, more or less random things. But yeah, if you enjoyed, please let me know by liking, commenting, or subscribing. If you did not enjoy, please let me know what I can do to further improve my content in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!